Okay, here we are, the inaugural video of Hoff's house. Faith, I told you I would make this for you so you can see how it's done. Or, not how it's done really, but how I do it, so you know how I do it to make it for you. All kind of from the beginning, pretty simple. We have boiling water already going, and it has been salted properly. We're going to put in some olive oil to our pan. Normally about a quarter cup or so. This is just for me and Caleb, so it's not going to be a lot. This pan here is already at a medium heat, which I'm actually going to turn down. It's just a little too hot for what I want right now. I take 3 or 4 garlic cloves. I'm just going to crush them and then put them in my garlic press. You can, slice them if you want. It's all preference. I usually will press them. It's just a lot easier. So I found. Garlic peel is really easy after you crush it. You already know that, but just in case. I always cut the ends off so they're nice and clean at the end. Don't like that one. Garlic from Winn-Dixie. You never know what you're gonna get. I'm gonna pause the video while I finish cleaning up this garlic, and I'll be back momentarily. All right, we're throwing the garlic into the garlic press. Once again, pretty simple. Obviously, scrape it off of the back of the blade, not the sharp part, just in case. You'd be surprised how many people try and do it the other way. Forgot my red pepper flakes. So it's back on about a 3 here. I think is all we need on this right now. Oil's moving around pretty good, so. Obviously, try not to do a big splatter like I did. That was probably not the best thing to do. All right, I'm gonna go drop my pasta real quick while this simmers a little bit. All right, our pasta is dropped and going. Garlic is cooking in nicely. We'll let the garlic go until it begins to brown up just a little bit. It cooks very fast once it starts to brown, so just be careful with that part. You don't want it to burn. If it burns, it gets disgusting. A pinch of red pepper flake. You know I like a little bit of spice. Pasta's dropped and going. We'll be back momentarily when that gets closer. All right, hopefully you can see the garlic is starting to brown up just a little bit, which is perfect. Now we're going to add a couple tablespoons of starchy pasta water from the pasta, just to help give us a little bit of a sauce for when the pasta is finished. Bring up our heat a little bit. Agitate this together so you can kind of get a little bit of a sauce going. You don't want to see the oil and water separated. You want them to emulsify. So let this keep going until the pasta is ready. Now that our pasta is done, we need a little bit of fresh parsley. And we're just going to chop this up good. All right. I'm an avid believer in pulling my pasta wet, so we're going right into the oil, letting just a little bit drip off. We want to use the water, the starchy water that's already on the pasta, to help make our sauce better. Yes, the camera's on. Good, yeah, I did that right. Okay. Like I said, this is the first video, and nobody will probably see this except for you. But since you love it, I told you I would make a video so you know how to make it for yourself. All right, since that's all pretty much together now, we've got enough heat in the pan. We're just gonna move our pasta around so it gets all that sauce worked in. garlic in there. All right. Those are fresh parsley. Mix it all around. It's really nice and pretty. And it adds a little bit of earthy flavor too. All right. I'll get this plated up and then I'll show you how I finish it. Okay. My preference for finishing this is usually going to be a pecorino romano cheese. This is one of the big blocks of cheese I get from Costco, which I absolutely love. So we just like to grate a little bit on here. Microplane zester, you can get this at Publix if you want to. I find it to be one of the best shredders that you can possibly get a hold of. Oh dear Caleb, would you grab a couple of forks for us, please? Might be a little over cheesy, but there you have it. Oil noodles, or as they call it, pasta aglio e olio, in a semi-Italian way. I hope it works for you. Enjoy. Thank you for the inaugural video, or joining me for the inaugural video of either Hoff's House or Cooking with Hoff, or whatever we decide to call it.